Hi, everybody. This is Josh and
Dr. Deb
with the stable.
It's stable after dark.
Apparently, it's after dark. Well, it is after dark, but whatever.
It's almost 10:30 at night. It's definitely after dark.
We have a very busy week, and for you professional wrestling fans, you have a busy week as well.
Holy schmoly.
So we just wanted to take a quick minute and give our opinion of what's going to happen with AEW's All In pay-per-view. For those who are not aware, this, let me make sure I get my dates correct because I'm that type of guy. August 27th is the big 80,000 plus attending Wembley Stadium show for AEW's All In. Sorry.
This is All In.
On September 2nd is WWE's Payback Premium Live event. And then on September 3rd is AEW's Chicago All Out event. So we, as a podcast, will be at PopCon Indy here coming up the 25th through the 27th of August. And we just wanted to take an opportunity to kind of talk over AEW All In, give our thoughts and opinions on it real quick. Mainly because Dr. Deb here is not going to be able to join us for the convention. And I know she's about as excited for this pay-per-view as anybody else could possibly be.
It's going to be so ridiculous. Before we actually look at the card, I just want to put out there into the ether that there's, in my opinion, there's going to be surprises.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's only 8 matches only. Only 8 matches only.
That's crazy.
But I cannot
That's only
believe,
that have been announced so far.
Understood.
We still have Dynamite to go.
Fair enough.
And
But for...
yeah. Sorry. So much wrestling. I love it.
I just think that Tony Khan has got at least one big reveal up his sleeve for this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is going to lay all of his cards out. I just don't think so. For this big a show, he's going to want something unexpected to make that crowd really, really pop.
I think you're.
I mean, the crowd's
right.
already going to be hot. That is a British crowd. They're going to be hot as anything. But I just think there's something. I don't know. Does Bryan Danielson magically come back? I don't think so. Does Edge show up? I don't think he can, although maybe. Who knows?
Unless he's working us. It's right now the belief is his contract's up in September, but he could be working us.
It's Edge. He could be. Anyway, something. I can't believe that they're showing all of their cards. I believe something is coming, but I could be totally wrong.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be as surprised as you are, especially since we're going to end up having to watch it a little bit later because we're going to be busy at PopCon, but that's all right.
No spoilers.
Yeah, right?
Hear that? No spoilers. I'm not getting on anything with social media.
We're going to try the best we can to stay off of it.
I'm not touching social media.
So far that we've got just a match card that we saw somebody post on Twitter that we were excited about. So these are the 8 matches that I'm aware of prior to the Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision beforehand. So there might be some new ones, and I'd be curious to know what those are and what your guys' thoughts on them are. But the first one I'm going to put on here is the only match announced for the 0 hour, which is the Aussie Open, which are the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, versus Better Than You, Baby, of Adam Cole and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't see how they put the Ring of Honor Tag Championships on them. But boy, wouldn't it be interesting if they did.
It would. See, I see potential both ways, because if they lose it at the beginning, then you have built the animosity or the whatever twist you want for the match later. Right. But if you don't have them lose, then they're still partners, and yet they've got to fight it out clean. Well, I'll say as cleanly as MJF. Okay, maybe not cleanly, but they should fight it out later as partners. So either way that happens, it's going to be awkward. For the second one, like appropriately awkward. I think you leave it on them. They're still hot. I don't know that you would. Yeah, I don't think that you would take it off of them yet, but I could be surprised. I mean, you could also play to the crowd. I mean, give the Aussie, give them a win because you're in London, so give them the win and give it to them and create the animosity.
Aussie Open's Australia.
I know, but it's part of the United Kingdom. It's part of the British Commonwealth. So as a result,
my prediction is Adam Cole takes the fall to balance out MJF losing the AEW World Tag Titles, and then they're like super friendly. only to then get to what my prediction is later, which when we get to the main event, I'll talk about it then. What do you think?
I think, yeah, I think, see, I don't know. Do the British want the Australians to lose, or do they want them to win? I'm very confused on this because they're all part of the, British Commonwealth, and yet I don't know how close they actually are. Because if they were English, I would see you wanting to put them over because Tony likes to do that for the feel good. So I'm going to say that. So you think that Adam Cole takes the fall?
Yes.
And you think Aussie wins?
Yes.
Interesting. Because I thought you thought they were going to stay champs. Wait.
No, the Aussie Open would stay the champions.
Oh.
And Adam Cole would lose.
I see.
Making up for MJF, who took the fall with the AEW tag
This is
titles.
what happens at 10:40 at night. Deb's brain is not firing. I think so.
Okay.
I actually agree with you. I think it makes the most sense. And then they lose, but hey, don't worry, I lost, you lost, but you still have but we lost. Mm-hmm. So maybe that becomes a layer later. I don't know. They have so many layers there. It's really bizarre. Okay.
Yep. Next match I have listed on here is Swerve Strickland and AR Fox taking on Darby Allin and the 63-year-old, maybe 64, Sting in a tag team coffin match in front of 80,000 people. You're going to hear me say in front of 80,000 people a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's a big deal in itself.
It's a lot of humans.
I mean, there's a lot of wrestling journalists and reporters trying to argue about whether or not this is the largest paid professional wrestling crowd. I honestly don't care if it is, because I saw this just the other day, and I have to agree with Bully Ray. Both of the major national wrestling organizations just had banner announcements, with AEW selling over 80,000 tickets to Wembley and WWE selling 90,000 tickets for the 2 nights of WrestleMania in one day for Philadelphia. Like, that's a big deal. Professional wrestling is a big deal again.
Even MJF said something reasonably nice on his Twitter recently about that. Mm-hmm. And if MJF can say something nice, y'all can say something nice.
Right.
Okay.
So be nice.
It's right.
So this is going to be insane. And it's probably one of the best built stories of the entire time, with AR Fox and Darby Allin being tied together for this. AR Fox allowed Darby Allin to sleep on his couch, but then Darby got into AEW, and AR Fox claimed he didn't help him get in, so he turned heel and joined Swerve to be a part of Mogul Embassy. Regardless, Darby and AR Fox are two of the best, probably high flyers, have no real care for their own physical safety. Swerve Strickland is one of the best just general performers, and I'm just waiting for him to get a good title match of some sort, international, TNT, something. And Sting is Sting.
Yeah. I don't think that there's going to be a way that this won't be a great match. Do I think it's going to be the best match of the night? No. But do I think it's going to be great? Yeah. And I see Darby and Sting.
Oh, yeah. Sting and Darby all
you're
the way.
at flipping Wembley, people, and you're showing them Sting in person. I think you have to have the Darby Sting, but I think you got to have a blue million near falls, and threaten to get him in the coffin at least 4 times. But I don't see anything other than Darby and Sting going over here.
There'll be plenty of opportunities for heel wins, but this is not one of them.
I don't
Sting
think so.
and Darby Allin all the way.
Yeah, I think it's a feel good.
I'm going to go in a little bit of a different order, but that's all right. Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. You're going to have, again, as we said, 80,000 people singing Judas.
Exactly, because they're going to.
And Will Ospreay. So Will Ospreay has a following, especially because he's from England.
Exactly.
And a lot of people know his stuff, and a lot of people know his music, and they're going to sing right along with him. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be thunderous. Now, Jericho is in his 50s, but he's still one of the best overall acts in AEW. And Will Ospreay is in the conversation about best professional wrestler on the planet right now. He is in the conversation with your Bryan Danielsons, the Kenny Omegas, your Seth Rollins. He's in there easily. And it's going to be great. But I love Chris Jericho. Will Ospreay's got to win this match.
He has to win this match, especially if you're going to set up Ospreay and Omega to fight again. Which who does not want Ospreay and Omega?
We need
Omega
Ospreay Omega 3, and I think it's going to be Wrestle Kingdom. If it's not going to be All In, it's going to probably be Wrestle Kingdom. And
you still need Jericho can take the loss. Being blunt, of course he can. Now, does Ospreay win it clean? Does he win it with something screwy? Does somebody come out and screw Jericho over?
100%
totally
screwy because especially Don Callis.
Well, yeah, exactly. And didn't the Jericho Appreciation Society just break up? Didn't they break the band up?
They did, but then Don Callis, who Jericho decided to join Don Callis, screwed over Jericho and brought in the assassin, Will Ospreay.
So at any rate, it's going to be something screwy, but ultimately, and Jericho can sell, and Jericho will sell very well.
Yep.
And Ospreay will just be able to showcase all the things that he does to break physics. So I think that Ospreay goes over. But
let's see. I'm going to go ahead. So now I have to zoom in on this because just the number of people.
There's so many humans.
They announced they're going to do a Stadium Stampede match in Wembley with 80,000 people. I have to say that last one in particular because all the other Stadium Stampedes were no fans.
Right. They've never done it with fans.
They were Anarchy in the Arena happened with fans. And Stadium Stampede, I take that back. Stadium Stampede did during the Double or Nothing, right as we were coming out of the post-COVID era.
Yes.
Right, we were coming out of the COVID era in Daly's place because that was that feel-good moment that we all needed.
Right.
To see the good guys standing tall and come in fighting all the arena and whatnot. So that's going to be insane, and I haven't even told you who's in it yet. On the face side of the fence, we've got best friends of Trent Beretta, Chucky T, Orange Cassidy, the Lucha Brothers of Pentagon, El Zierro Merdo, Ray Phoenix, and Eddie Kingston. Please, somebody keep the petrol away from him.
Please, I'm begging you.
Taking on the Blackpool Combat Club.
Well, not all of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Those that are healed.
I know.
The Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta, and then 3 friends of their choosing. Who's crazy enough to join the Blackpool Combat Club in this match? I don't know. I've heard some rumors. I've heard somebody mentioned Ishii, but they're a member of Chaos, which best friends are a member of Chaos, so that probably won't work.
That'd be awkward.
Possible returning Santana, who's a friend of Eddie Kingston, but John Moxley is too. So there's an interesting twist. Are Ortiz and Santana back on the same page? Could we see Pac show up, even though he was supposedly hurt, but maybe he's not, and then that'd be a big pop for the heel side? I don't know. But it's going to be crazy, and I suspect whoever Blackpool Combat Club brings in comes out on top.
Right, exactly. I think whoever the secret trio is that we know not of,
especially since they took the loss at Blood and Guts.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say then that would be the flip. I don't even know where to not be terrified here because I'm like Eddie Kingston. The man does not know that wrestling is all a work. The Lucha Brothers are just nuts.
I'm so proud of you.
What?
She didn't say the F word. She said a work.
A work.
I'm proud of you.
You're welcome. I'm here for you. The Lucha Brothers are just nuts. Orange Cassidy can take anybody out with the kick. I'm just saying.
That's right.
Hands in the pockets. He's a lethal weapon.
Well, that and the orange punch. If Roman Reigns can succeed with it, Cassidy certainly can.
But I agree with you. The Mysterious 3 will go over, and thus the Blackpool Combat Club will be on the winning side. I think you bring Bryan Danielson in here. Maybe he's on announce. Maybe he does something screwy in the background. Maybe he just yells at them to
I don't see
go
how,
harder.
If he is able to do anything, he will do something.
He needs to do something because if nothing else, make me happy because I need Bryan Danielson.
That's right.
On a screen.
Do what Deb needs.
Just do what I need.
All right, I'm going to move over to the other multi-man non-tag match that is a 6-man tag of Konosuke Takeshita and the Bullet Club Gold members Jay White and Juice Robinson, which if you have not caught up on what Juice Robinson and Jay White have been doing over on Collision, whatever your opinions of CM Punk might be, the Bullet Club Gold are worth every minute of Collision. They have been incredible. But they are taking on the Golden Elite of Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and the returning Kota Ibushi, which there's a whole lot of history, particularly between Jay White, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page, all from New Japan and Ring of Honor, and a bunch of battles over the IWGP United States Championship, which Will Ospreay renamed the United Kingdom Championship, which I just love the heelness of that. Took that straight from Lance Storm, who turned the United States title into the Canadian Championship. It was great. This is 100% going to be the Elite walkout.
I don't see how you can do it any other way, which is why, and that's how you set up
the one-on-one with Takeshita and Kenny at All Out.
Yeah, exactly. And then eventually you work to, well, that's another story. But yes, because, and then eventually you got to get Omega and Ospreay back together, which, as you say, might be Wrestle Kingdom. We're not sure. But at any rate, Kenny's group it's got to go over. I don't see you do it any other way.
It's going to be so good, especially if they decide to come out with the Kansas's Carry On My Wayward Son entrance. Like, I see, first off, the internet would lose their mind if they chose to do that instead of something else. The American chaotic person that I am kind of want to see that. But on the same note, to hear the horse hooves trotting and Kenny Omega's battle cry going off, and even some it's going to be a great. The entrances are almost going to be worth watching, let alone some of the great in-ring performances we're going to get. But 100% Golden Elite. Yeah. I'm super excited about this next match. I'm so excited about it, and I'm sad about what I think the outcome is going to be, while also being excited about it, which is really strange. But it is what it is. A fatal four-way for the AEW Women's World Championship. Of Toni Storm, Britt Baker, hometown girl Saraya versus Hikaru Shida, the women's champion who carried us through the pandemic era, who never got to defend her championship in front of people until the last couple weeks, where she got to defend it on Dynamite in the main event. And now she gets to do it in front of 80,000+ people. You see the trend here? Like, you almost think I wrote this or something. But I didn't. She's going to get to defend in front of the largest crowd in AEW history and possibly all of professional wrestling. And that is enough for her. And I personally want her to retain, but there is no way Saraya is not walking out champion.
I agree with you, it's a struggle, because I don't know that Saraya's, to me, I don't know if Saraya's put in the sweat equity yet to get it, and yet you're in Wembley, you're in England. I mean, I get that.
For AEW sweat equity?
Yeah.
She was
compared to the other three. Well, compared to Britt and compared to Shida.
Well, yes, but remember, Britt's former world champ, Toni Storm, former world champ. Saraya in WWE was Divas champion and NXT Women's champion.
I know.
And she was also out of action for 7 years, and never said she's going to be back. So
does she have enough of the rust knocked off of her to be defending it regularly now, is what I wonder.
I don't think she has to hold it long.
Okay, you just give it to her as a pat her on the head and then move on?
No, I mean, she'll probably hold it through All Out, but...
Well, All Out's 1 week later, one would hope.
Well, right now...
Dear Lord have mercy,
They're making the statement that Jamie Hayter may be out through the rest of the year. But I could also see her showing up, like, to help Britt, or... like to go face-to-face with whoever wins. And if we set up Saraya and Jamie Hayter at Full Gear, which is in November, that gives her a 3-month run. I know that Saraya probably doesn't need it.
Right.
But it would, much like we want Bryan Danielson to ultimately win the championship, even if he doesn't need it.
Right.
It validates I was out and was told by so many people that I would not come back. And not only am I back, I'm champ.
Right.
That's why, the hometown thing is an easy, it's a Mick Foley cheap pop. Don't get me wrong there.
Yeah. Well, you're popping it twice, because you're popping it with Ospreay, and then you're going to pop it again with Saraya. And then we also think that
Who's the
Aussie.
heel? Remember that. She and Tony are heels.
Right. So you get the heel there, Osprey's the heel, and then Aussie keeping it too. You think we're just going all for the, British Commonwealth here?
I don't know I think this is the only title change that I expect us to have tonight.
Okay.
Which brings me into the next match.
Yeah.
Which will be probably the best tag team match on pay-per-view. Possibly ever, if they're given the time, which I don't see how they're not, of the Young Bucks.
I mean, this might be get up there for match of the year.
Yeah.
Is how good
versus
I think this could
FTR.
be. Right.
Now, FTR have already had at least one match of the year candidate with Bullet Club Gold. And
I think they get another shot
believe
with
they
this
also had the one with the Briscoes before Jay passed away.
Yes.
So FTR has
right.
their year of 2022 and 2023 have just been on another level.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's time to take those titles off of FTR. That said, you will not hear me be upset about the Young Bucks winning again. Young Bucks, this is their company.
They've been out quite a while.
They've stayed out of the tag division, yeah.
Picture, especially after the fallout from All Out. They sort of faded a little bit because we kind of needed that.
Yeah.
Thing is, if you have both the Bucks win and you have Omega and Hangman win, is that too much weighted for them getting gold?
Maybe.
Golden wins. I don't know. I mean, I think FTR should keep it longer.
I do too.
I love FTR. Not that I don't love the Young Bucks, but what FTR has done, they've shown why they should carry the championship because they are money. Yeah, I mean they're to the point when in tag of what I'd say about Bryan Danielson when he's healthy, which is they can fight anything and make it look fantastic. So,
but I think FTR retains as well.
I think they do. I think FTR retains.
So I'm going to put one more in here that has not been announced, and I'm not sure if it's going to be an All In or if it's going to be an All Out, and that's the House of Black versus the Acclaimed and the possible returning Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn has teased that he's retired, and now the House of Black have taken out the Acclaimed and taken Billy's boots, which they were walking around with as a memory thing. And I'm like, this is just an opportunity. First off, it's an opportunity to see the House of Black's entrance in front of, again, 80,000 people. We have all those lights go off.
It's almost like a WWE with the entrance from the Bray Wyatt
or Firefly type thing.
Yeah.
But then to get the Acclaimed, to hear all those people do that, everyone loves the Acclaimed and Scissor Me Daddy. It's a perfect opportunity if they've got the time, but they haven't announced it yet because they're continuing to marinate on it, and I'm totally fine with that. And whether it hits this show or All Out, I suspect we're going to get that Trios Championship match.
I agree with you. Sometime.
So that brings us to our main event, tying into the match from earlier in the evening of Adam Cole versus his best friend, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Better than
hold on.
you,
His best friend.
Yeah, there you go. Not to be confused with the best friends, which we've already mentioned earlier.
But I have to put that in quotes for multiple reasons. But before I give my opinion, what are you expecting from this match with your favorite wrestler?
I think that it's going to be...
Have you not thought about this?
No, I have.
And I gave you a whole 6 hours to prepare for this.
You did.
I'm sorry.
What I still think needs to, 6 hours to prepare for this one.
Oh, wait.
You can do the, go, hold on, it's right there.
Okay.
What I want to happen and what I think will happen are two different things. First of all, I think MJF retains. I don't think he loses yet. I don't. I think he still comes out on top. I think it's cooking, but I don't think so. I think you still have him win in front of Wembley because of how much money he has been for you. And I think Adam Cole betrays him, but it's not enough to keep him down. So he gets a little bit of the face pop, which I don't want him really to get the face pop because he's a phenomenal heel. He's the best heel in the business, baby. So I'm trying to figure out what happens. After Adam betrays him, he comes back. Does somebody come in to help him? Which is weird because that's not really...
Roderick Strong's been a part of this the whole time. He could easily be a...
Could. Does Punk come in and do something screwy?
I mean, we need a title match for All Out.
Correct. Correct.
That one's not on there. Oh, I have to go back to that one. I can't believe I forgot about that one. This one not on this. CM Punk's match is not on this picture graphic.
Sinners. Okay. We'll
go to that in a minute.
I think MJF retains, but I think Adam Cole betrays him to do something to try to get it. But MJF possibly does the cheating back, like it does the ring back, so that basically they each cheated, but Cole betrays him first. But MJF retains somehow because he's, he's not the sleaziest player in the game, but he's the most, whatever it is. He's not the dirtiest player in the game because that's Ric Flair.
That's true.
He seizes all of his opportunities and whatever it takes, whether it's the heel on the I think maybe it's just like the foot is just outside of the ring, and then they say nope, it's not a legal pin, and Adam Cole's just like what, and then MJF gets him and punches him with the ring. It's like, you punched me in the ring. Yeah, well, you betrayed me for, I don't know. The drama, the back and forth that those two can do.
It's been beautiful so far.
It's been glorious.
So I'm gonna twist this a little bit. I do believe that the right decision is to have Maxwell Jacob Friedman keep this title as far into 2023, right up to 2025 as we can possibly, 2024, till we can possibly handle it.
For the bidding war of 2024.
Especially if we're going to involve CM Punk, because then you get to do with the whole CM Punk Real World Champion
versus MJF
thing, possibly even all the way out to Full Gear or whatever. Because if they do it at All Out, CM Punk's going to beat MJF, and I don't think that's the right call yet. So that said, here's my fantasy booking.
Okay, fantasy book it.
There are two outcomes. There are one, Roderick Strong and the Kingdom help Adam Cole beat MJF, leaving MJF top babyface, but without the championship. Because Adam Cole's the one that did the turning, which a lot of us are almost expecting Adam Cole to do it because we haven't had heel Adam Cole yet in AEW.
Yeah, we have. He came in as a heel.
Well, yeah, that's right.
What the flub are you talking about?
That's right. It didn't last long, though, because that whole Undisputed Elite thing, everybody loved him. But if they turn on MJF, what are we going to feel? But the outcome I think is going to happen is that I think the Kingdom is going to join up with MJF, leaving Adam Cole and Roderick Strong laid out. MJF is champion, booing him to Kingdom Come to end the show, and then we possibly get a Kyle O'Reilly return. And now you have most of the Undisputed Era back together, minus Bobby Fish, to leave the crowd happy, but MJF is still gone with the championship, and now we've brought the Kingdom into the fold, and you've got the 3-on-3 of the Kingdom versus Undisputed.
Which you set up for All Out, possibly the next week,
but
or
if it's another championship match, maybe Adam tries to get even a third match out of all this for All Out. I don't know if they can. I mean, it's only a week, but
and that's the problem with All Out is it's going to be set up with All In. And so to try to guess what's coming at All Out, you got to see All In first.
Correct.
Because that's going to begin/end multiple storylines as to where you're going next.
Can't believe that graphic didn't have CM Punk's match. CM Punk is defending his Real World Championship against Samoa Joe.
Oh
my goodness! How is that not on this card?
I don't know. That's going to be ridiculous.
I think it's because the picture got put out before Collision on Friday. And Collision on Friday is when they confirm the match.
Timing is everything.
It is. It absolutely is. And
okay, but who goes over?
Oh, it's CM Punk.
Okay.
CM Punk. It's not time to take that title off of him. We have not gotten a chance to hate him enough yet.
Okay.
Especially if they turn MJF face.
I don't think MJF is a face.
He's already one of the top baby faces between him and Adam Cole right now. I know.
Well, here's the thing, because MJF is glorious at his social media.
That's probably really worse than the other show.
Doesn't matter. He can be that. He can have that one too. Right. I acknowledge MJF's superiority in that. His last several tweets have been on the polite side.
Yeah.
Haven't been jerk face, have been fairly considerate, fairly nice, all of that. And now it's still at the end, it's because I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, even faces do stuff like that. I'm just even that shift in his tone in tweets is at least not not nearly the, let's be honest, the a-hole he can be, right?
That's because he's going to screw over Adam Cole.
He's not going to screw over Adam Cole. Adam Cole's going to screw him over. No. You're going to you're turning MJF face when he screws over Adam Cole?
That's why I don't think they're going to turn him face.
No. Well, then why are you saying
I said...
You just said MJF is the biggest face.
Right now he is. I said right now he is. I'm saying that if Adam Cole turns, he's going to join up with the Kingdom and Roderick Strong.
No, I don't disagree with that. I'm saying that you calling MJF face right now.
But if MJF turns, he's going to join up with the Kingdom, and Roderick Strong is going to partner back up with Adam. That's what I'm saying. Leaving MJF the bad guy still.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
MJF should not go face. He is the best heel in the business. He needs to stay in that. And I know CM Punk's going to try to compete with him for it. I still MJF all the way,
Dominic
baby.
Mysterio. I just needed to poke you a little bit. MJF is still the best right now. I'm in an agreement right now.
He said it. I am being nice.
I said I agreed with you.
I am playing nice, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Nope.
But he started it.
I did. But that's it. I mean, AEW's All In is Wednesday afternoon on Bleacher Report or Fight TV, depending on where you're at nationally. And from what I understand, they might even be playing it free in like Australia. So, you could fly there. That would not be as expensive.
That would not be free then if you flew there. And I don't know that.
Just saying it's an option.
I am wanting a flight that long because
it's at either 1 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon. I've seen disputing reports. So if you're going to watch it live, get on there, watch it live. Don't spoil anything. We're going to probably watch it later that evening after we get back from PopCon here in Indianapolis, August 25th through 27th. And also check out our links for donating for the Never Ending Dungeon with our Established Facts podcast. So with that, you got any closing words?
Just remember, Bryan Danielson is the answer to every wrestling question. Or MJF. Yeah, it kind of, it's all good.
Fair enough. And I don't have a full 3 count for this for sure, but I got a couple of notes that I'll put out there, so maybe it is. Number 1, keep the petrol away from Eddie Kingston. 1. 2, wait, I'm doing numbers. We're supposed to do that after the fact.
Sorry.
It's okay. I want to hear Carry On My Wayward Son in England. 2, and MJF will still be your world champion. 3. Thank you all very much. We will catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.